Welcome back to Hotham's Apiary. I'm Jason Hotham, and in this video I'm going to open up one of the hives that I gave a honey super to last week just to see if the bees are building in the honey super, they're bringing nectar up into the honey super, and also I'm kind of curious to see if they've started to draw out comb on the drone frames. You won't want to miss it. All right, let's get started. The first thing is first. I'm going to take a look inside the honey super. There's a few bees in there, not a whole lot, and they're hanging out on the drawn out comb. They have not done anything with these wired frames yet. Those are pretty empty, nothing on them. They have started to glue them together, the propolis. Oh, this is looking quite nice. There's quite a bit of nectar in here. Smells good. I'm assuming it's dandelion, taraxacum. Wow, they sure do stick this stuff together. All right, so yeah, there's nectar in here, but there's not a lot of bees in here, so I'm hoping that the bees are not that they're not filling the brood chamber full of honey. It's only been a few days since they've had this anyway, so you can see, maybe you can see inside there. I'm trying to, a little bit hard for you to tell perhaps with that camera angle, but there's a lot of nectar in here, so they are starting at least, and it does smell like dandelion nectar. These happen to be a little bit off center. It's okay. So I need to position a box. How do I want to do this? Take that off, for instance. All right, take some smoke. Oh wow, that is really stuck together. I'm gonna have to pry it open. I always give them a little bit of smoke, and then I put the hive body back on just so that the smoke can kind of settle down and the bees get settled down. So I'll take the honey super off. Move that to the side. Now let me take a look and see how the camera angle looks here for you guys. Not so good. All right, so let's move this down. All right, so now I'm going to remove the honey excluder. Oh no, I'm going to remove the queen excluder, honey excluder. Just kind of bounce the bees off, place that to the side. And wow, lots of bees. You guys seeing all this? Look at all these bees here. This is wonderful. Wonderful. Go ahead and remove one of these outer frames as usual. Oops, I think I just moved the camera. I'm just going to look now and see if there's any nectar in here. Looks pretty dry. Now there's a little bit, but it's not too bad. Give it a shake. So this rolls off a little bit. So this is a food frame outside of, or on the outer side of the drone frame. Here they have a little bit of honey. They have nectar in here. Yeah, on this side as well, pollen. Now I want to break out the drone frame and let's examine and see how the bees have built on this. That is almost completely drawn out. That's awesome. They're very, very, very busy. It's no wonder with this honey flow with the dandelion, they really, really want to build. I see lots of eggs already in these open cells. The question is, will it be drone brood or will it be worker brood? Last year, I had a hive, I had a colony, I'm not sure which one it was. They had used the drone frame, half of the drone frame, for worker brood. This is awesome. I love seeing this. This is what's so cool about beekeeping. Remember, guys, when I put this frame in just a few days ago, it was empty. And look how the bees have drawn out that nice comb already. Beautiful. Let me see if I can get a close-up shot here. If I can actually show you how the eggs look. They look like tiny little pieces of rice. So let me see where's the best. That's probably out of focus. All of those cells have eggs in them. All right, so I'm going to put this back in. There's a couple of different things that we have to know when bees are building like that. One is of course, they want to have drones, right? So they will use that space for drones. Also, they may be running out of room inside of the hive. So they feel as if they need to continue building, so to accommodate for the queen so that she has more room to lay her eggs. And I just pulled out a brood frame. Here there's a bee about to emerge. Hopefully we can get this on camera. Right there where my finger is, there's a little bee trying to make her way out. Little worker. This colony is in really good shape. I am happy with their progress so far. So I will, let me take off some of this burr comb down here. There are no eggs in there. These frames are just loaded with bees. It's great. Same situation here. Lots of capped brood. There are some drone cells on the bottom of this frame. That's okay, because the larva that's in there is a little bit older. It's some older larva. It's older than 5 days, meaning the bees were planning to raise drones there before I gave them a drone frame. Maybe they will change their mind and place the drone somewhere else now. Beautiful, beautiful brood nest, full. I have not seen the queen. Break this comb off down here again. These don't need that. I'm going to change the camera angle a little bit. Oh, you guys can still see. Okay, good. So, a little bit of smoke. Capped brood, as I'd expect. Some fresh larvae. Eggs. It's really becoming difficult to spot the queen, simply because there's just so many bees, and there's only one of her, and the queens can be pretty fast sometimes. Who knows, maybe I overlooked her. Maybe I'll find her again when I'm doing the video edits. You may have seen that in one of my last videos, that I actually found the queen after the fact. There's so much propolis here on the sides, it's crazy. The bees are just sealing up everything. Alright. Don't make too much of a big deal out of that. Wow. I mean, this is brood. This is nothing but brood. The last 4 frames are just filled with brood. Unbelievable. So I imagine that the bees will start bringing honey up into the honey super as quick as they can. See that brood nest? See all that capped brood on there? Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, there's a lot of open brood on this side. This is towards the outside of the frame, or of the hive body. And on this side, there's lots of pollen. I don't see the queen, but I've seen lots of eggs. The drone frame is full of eggs anyway. It'll be interesting to see if that actually will turn out to be drone brood or if it's going to be worker brood. We'll see. There are no swarm cups in this colony so far, which is good. We tried to begin swarm prevention as early as possible. Having a drone frame will also kind of slow down the urge for the bees to swarm. Now this is an interesting frame. This is a frame that was just wire. It's not a drone frame. I put this in last week as well. And I can see that they have drawn out fresh comb on here. And we'll see how much in a second. Not a whole lot, not as much as a drone frame, but still quite a bit. And that's how you can tell that the bees are actually in good shape. They're drawing the comb out in a rather symmetrical pattern. There are also eggs in here. They could also turn that into drone brood. I have no idea what's going to happen. This is my first year actually giving the bees just a frame with wire on it for them to draw out comb for brood. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes the queen likes to hang out on this new stuff. So maybe I'll run into her. Don't think so though. I don't see her. Don't see her. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is what's really so fun about beekeeping. It's just amazing watching them do this stuff. Yeah, there's lots of eggs in there. Crazy. Okay, and now I'm coming to the last frame, which is a food frame, which means basically I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brood frames in this hive body. And as I said, there's not much nectar in those frames, so I don't think the bees are going to fill the nest with honey, with nectar. Although there's some nectar here, a significant amount, I'd say, and pollen. But all in all, very good production, progress, development, however you want to call it. It's looking really good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close up this colony. Some of these bees are getting a little antsy with me. Maybe a little agitated that I've had the hive open so long. So I'll just go slow. If I get stung, I get stung. But generally speaking, there's nothing really to worry about. So let me pull this one over gently again. I'm going to take the drone frame out one more time so that everybody can have a look at it again. That's this one. That's awesome, guys. Oh, there's the queen. There's the queen. Don't film me now, camera. Right there. So she is being led to these cells. Where are you, girl? Man. Oh, there she is again. There she is, where my finger is. A little bit lower. There she is. There's the queen. The other bees will lead her to open cells that don't have an egg. She inspects them. She checks to see if the size of the cell is large enough. And then she will back down into it, and she'll lay an egg. And since this is a drone frame, I'm hoping that she's laying an unfertilized egg. All right. We'll place this back inside. Let me space this out again a little bit. Good stuff. Next thing is put the queen excluder back on. Make sure that's lined up okay. And the honey super. Oh boy. Lots of bees flying around there. So the honey super's back on. Plastic back on. I don't want to like trap anyone underneath. Not very nice. And we'll put the cover on. And that's it. All right, so that was a hive inspection. We looked at the honey super. We looked at the drone frame, which looked really awesome. If you haven't done it already, please subscribe and hit the bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload some really cool content. Leave comments if you have questions or if you have any requests for what kind of content I should be posting. And I'll try to do my best to make videos that you guys want to see. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and have fun beekeeping.